Hello friends, I'm gonna try something new today. I'm gonna add like a little chapter thing in the little timeline down below that starts right at, well maybe not right at, around the part where I start talking about the thing that's in the title and the description. And that way you don't have to waste your time with all the blah 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 blah, the brain spaghetti that I untangled. Anyway, here's the whole video. Hello friends, hope you're doing well. A new lighting setup today. I'm gonna try really hard not to look up at the monitor because it's like extra high. It's normally like here, and you can still tell when I'm looking at it, but like now it's like real obvious. But I pulled my ring light out of storage. I might just keep the ring vignette. I kind of like it, and then I put my little blue lights in the background. So as opposed to, oh, that's purple. Ooh, we could do this. I'm still having too much fun with lights. It's really just, hello. I can't do that for 20 minutes. Turn it down to just a slight purple hue. Just a kiss of purple. I'm gonna stop messing with the lights. I love messing with the lights, but yeah, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Back on the Zevia today, doing black cherry. Zevia, where you at? Sponsor me, baby. I need those free Zeves, because this stuff it's not so expensive. It is like $5 for a 6-pack, at least at my market, my grocery store. That's across the street. I haven't seen it for sale anywhere else, so if there's a cheaper way to get Zevia, they have 10 packs too. I think the 10 packs go for like $8. So yeah, that's still right on, pretty close to the same thing, but they have less flavors than the 10 packs. So it's a little pricier than soda, but it is better for you. So allegedly, I'm not a doctor. Excuse me. It's got less stuff. If you haven't been here when I've read the ingredient list, I'll read the ingredient list to you now. Carbonated water, citric acid, stevia leaf extract, natural flavors. That's it. That's all that's in it. And I don't have a can of soda. I was drinking Mountain Dew Bob last Zero. And the ingredient list is super long, so there's probably some stuff. It's all poison. I mean, we're all dying anyway, right? Positive thoughts. So, yeah. Okay, just a little bit more talk about lights. I did some more research. I bought some more lights. I got 2 more of these guys. So we're gonna get some weird stuff going on here when they get here next Tuesday. I don't know why I'm looking at my watch like it's gonna do anything for me. I kind of like this ring light look. I haven't really messed with a ring light before, but I kind of like it. I don't hate it. Drop a comment if you like it. Let me know what you think. Except I'm gonna be looking like this the whole time because I always look at the screen because I'm a screen looker. Should just flip that around, so that way I can't look at myself like a parakeet. Gotta stay focused on the lens. Yeah, that's how you do it. Nice. So I had an idea for a film today, and I'm still like playing with it. I was thinking about, I want to do some like short mockumentaries because like corporate work, documentary work are kind of like what I do for my day-to-day life. So doing like a documentary wouldn't be a big jump into the film world, and doing a mockumentary allows me to like make it funny and have a lot of artistic control over it, and just kind of know where the ending is. I can, with a documentary, you're going into it, you don't know what you're gonna get really. You might have some idea, you do some research, you do a lot of research, and it might just be boring and terrible, and then you just scrap the idea. It's a lot of work. Whereas with a mockumentary, you go in with this idea that you think is gonna be maybe something. You write the script, you shop the script around, you kind of work on it a little bit, chew the fat, so to speak, take it to the wood shop, cut some pieces out, add some new pieces in, then you kind of know if you have something or not, but you can still work on it till it's something. Whereas a documentary, you can just research until it's boring, and then it's nothing, and then you just waste your time. So anyway, but I want to do some short ones, and in my head I was thinking I could do a couple like minute Central kind of stole that idea from me. Obviously, I was the only one who came up with it. There's a Twitter account. It might be more than just Twitter, but it's like a 1-minute documentary thing. And I was gonna essentially do that, but mine were gonna just be comedy things, and Comedy Central or College Humor, one of the two, kind of took that idea and ran with it, and they've done some pretty good stuff. So you can't be mad about it. You know, it's a good idea. It's out in the world. And I want more short films, more mockumentaries. I love mockumentaries. Ugh, need more Zeeves. Just gargle that Zeev for you. But I love mockumentaries. You know, this is Spinal Tap. The Office, Parks and Rec is like a weird sort of pseudo mockumentary because they are camera aware a lot of the time, but then a lot of the time, like, it feels like the cameras aren't there, so you really don't know how to like interpret what's happening. Modern Family would be another example. Let's see, like Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, Waiting for Guffman, like those are some other ones. There's not a lot of them, but I think it's a good vehicle, and I have a couple ideas. I want to do one. Well, excuse me. One that's based on like karaoke singers, and that one's still kind of in the pot boiling. And I got a couple ideas for some really short ones. I just kind of want to go at those and maybe try to make a film or two this year. Maybe enter it into the local film festival, which, you know, it gets a couple hundred films every year. It shows it's like a week straight of films, and it's kind of like hit or miss. I've been a couple times, and you know, a lot of the local film, it's interesting. It feels like there's a pretty vibrant local film community here, but there's very clearly a distinction between the people who are working pros and the people who are hobbyists, which is like, that's fine if you're just like a hobbyist and you're just having fun with it, like great, but like the distinction is just so massive, and it's so weird because like some of these people have been doing it for years, and I'm like, how do you not get better? But I guess that's true of like any art form, really. You know, I see a lot of OG photographers, and like some of their work is just like not that interesting or good, and it's just like, okay, well, I understand it if like it was still film, but like you can take, and I think the problem is, and I think this is what today's video is going to be about, that I've just stumbled upon, and I'm gonna just like make a mark. I gotta make marks for myself. I'm like, here's where the interesting thing is. So I'll wave at the camera and then I can cut it out later and be like, oh, okay, I found it. It's at 7 minutes. I ramble about bullshit for 7 minutes and then I get to the point. Or I find a point, I guess is really more like it. But I think so often in so many avenues, people are lured in by this idea of purism, being a purist, and even to the extent of like this video or me looking at the screen, leaving the ring light clearly in the frame still. That's what this thing is here. Oh, that would actually be some good hand gesture ASMR. I have to write that down for later. I don't do those videos, but I could. But that, so often you have these purists, air quotes. I never was good at air quotes. How can you be bad at air quotes? Because I'm an idiot. Because I do the bunny ears on every single syllable. Idiot. But so many people are like, they're like, I'm a purist, man. I'm a purist, you know. Case in point, you get these photographers, and they're like, come from like the film world. This was a big thing a couple years ago, and I don't think it's as much of a thing. God, I hope not. I don't, or at least maybe I just don't talk to those boring people that are like, you gotta get the shot right in camera. And you're like, what? And like, you don't edit your photo. Like, editing the photos these days is like, it's like 60 to 70% of the process, I think, in my mind. Because like, I can take a photo and make a bunch of noise, get my camera out. I could take a photo, and I could change the colors in it. I could change the color of the shirts people are wearing. I could crop in to, in large detail. There's so many things you could do, so many tricks. And it's like nowhere else but like would the photography, would that be a thing? Where you're just trying to do the least work possible. And like you're trying to like hide behind like being a purist or, something. People have these, I don't know what to call them, but they are like this idea that they have in their head that like if I subscribe to this label, if I straight out of camera, that was what they used to call it, that's what I remember. Okay, straight out of camera, no filter, straight out of camera. That's taken on a different sort of thing with Instagram and people putting filters over their faces. But just makeup, that's a real life filter. Like, fuck, everything's fake. And that's kind of the point when you're creating digital media. You're not creating what it is, you're creating what it feels like. And if you feel good, put that fucking filter on. Make that image look as good as you felt that day. Fuck who doesn't like it. Fuck them. Seriously, fuck them. That's the essence of image creating. That's art. Is you are trying to capture the feeling, what you felt like, and a selfie can be art. And fuck who doesn't like that too. I don't care. Take all the selfies you want. Just make them interesting. Or don't. Whatever. I don't fucking care. Doesn't matter. I'll swipe past them. But like some things maybe you don't need the selfie. I think here's what it is. Really, actually, now that I think about that sentence, take all the selfies you want. I don't fucking care. But here's the thing. There needs to be a reason you're taking that selfie other than just like thirst traps, validation. If you've been pumping at the gym, right? You've been working your ass off, ladies, and you want to show that nice butt on the sink picture. I don't know if they still do that. That was popular a couple years ago. Fellas, you want to take that shirtless pic in the mirror, and before you go post that, like ask yourself, like, why did what am I trying to capture here? What is the feeling? Like, if you are in the gym and you're hustling and you're working, why were you doing that? Because you want to look good shirtless? Fellas, great. Like, give me like a fucking pool selfie. Don't give me like the dirty bathroom mirror selfie. Capture that feeling. Capture how you felt. I mean, like, I know, like, you probably looked in the mirror and you're like, damn, I look good. And good for you. Like, A+. I don't look good with the shirt off. And that's okay, too. Same with, like, ladies, But then also, like, if you, ladies, get your makeup on point, or fellas, if you get your makeup on point, you put that filter on, and that's, in your head, that's what you look like, right? To fucking go slay queen. But, like, that carries over into everything else. What does it feel like? What are you trying to convey subtextually with emotion? Like, so often you see like a picture of a bird in a tree, or like a fence, and it's just like, cool fence, bro. But there's like, it's like a lot of focus in the background. Like, that doesn't make it a good picture. Like, capture how it felt. How do you do that? That's the question. That's the art of it. That's how you get a good photographer. I mean, yes, there's composition things like leading lines and shadows and color and all that stuff. But you need to infuse that emotion. And this is one of those things I can already tell that I am saying, and I could see how if you don't understand what I'm saying, it could sound like total bullshit, because I've totally heard things like this when I started, and I was like, what are you talking about, you fucking weirdo? That's fucking bullshit. And so I'm trying to think of a way to like exemplify, maybe what it is what you have to do is incorporate elements of story. And that's how you can more easily capture that feeling. If you think about that picture of the fence and it's supposed to be secluded and quiet, maybe you need that animal that's by itself. Maybe you need that little deer. Maybe you need that little bun that's looking just perfectly at you. Maybe you need that boring fucking bird. A bird in a tree, not interesting. Bird on a fence, that's art. If it's by itself and there's nothing else in the picture, and it's very serene and it's a good picture and the composition right, and the color's right, and the shadows right, and the lights are right, and etc. But just like a bird, it's like, who fucking cares? I've seen birds in trees. There's one right there. No one fucking cares. And the same is true of your shirtless selfie pic, fellas. Like, maybe take it at the gym. You're in front of your weights. These were your tools. You yourself are David, and you have sculpted yourself. Be proud, King. Give us a little bit of story there. How you been doing that? Maybe it's in the kitchen. That might be a little douchey if your shirt's off and you're like eating oatmeal or some bullshit. But you get the idea. You can have like a tank top and like have some muscles. You could do the Top Gun. Look at your watch and flex move. But you gotta be on the sand volleyball court, okay? Ladies, you got the filter, you got the makeup, you're looking nice. Get a picture with your lady friends. Like, what are you doing? Are you celebrating something? Are you celebrating just not dying? Like, you can take the caption and you can start to infuse that emotion in the caption. Give us some context. Don't just post a picture of your face, because who fucking cares? Show us the tools. Show us the emotion. Show us why. Okay? There's your fucking art lesson for the day. There's your photography lesson. There's your Instagram. Whatever. If you want a more interesting social life, give us some context. Give us a journey. Show us those fucking tools. King, show us those tools. Queen, show us where you're going with that beautiful fucking face of yours. Show us that bird, but put him on a fucking fence where he doesn't belong and is all alone. This sounds like bullshit still, but that's okay. If you got something from it, great. I feel like I got something from it, so... And that's really the point of me making these ASMR videos, really. Aside from those sweet Zevia deals. Drink Zevia. It's supposed to be better for you than soda. Is I just talk out and I think I can, like, talk my way into points and things and clarify things in my head. And you get to experience the fat fucking hamster churning out the one good idea a day in real time. And I know it takes like 9 minutes to get to the fucking point, but there's your point for the day. Your images should have context. Your images should have story, and that story should try to capture an emotion. That's the ideal goal. It's not always gonna happen. Sometimes your photos are historical documentation, and you just have the fucking lineup of people, which who gives a shit? Everyone likes the candid photos better anyway, because they have the emotion, because they're authentic. I guess that's the other side of the coin, is don't spend too much time and effort creating an imaginary scenario. If you fucking use the machines to get your fucking 8-pack, dude, then post with those fucking machines. Fuck who doesn't like it. The results speak for themselves. You don't need to be like in the fucking Preacher Girl, the results already did that. Now that does pose the interesting question of, well, what about filters? And I know, I'm thinking that too. Well, what about filters? And again, I think that just falls under artistic license. Like, you can use artistic license, but it needs to be some level of authenticity. With the filter, it's what you feel like you look like. Because the camera always makes you look uglier than you actually are. That's just how it is. The camera doesn't fucking care. I mean, some cameras. I see some cameras have like smooth skin features others, I guess, like the Sony ZV-1 has that. I have one. I haven't used it a ton, but I've been thinking about using it more so I could do on-the-road ASMR. Oh, I forgot. I haven't done this in a while. This is fun with the ring light. I'm a big dumb idiot. But yeah, you kind of get where I'm going. Maybe you got something out of that. What do you think about this ring light? I like this lighting setup. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. It's pretty fun. Yes. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's my tip for all of you, for any of you, for anybody who cares to listen. Yeah. I can't think of anything else I want to say about that. I think I've touched on that pretty good. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I'm sorry for wasting your time, or if you're not asleep yet, if that was the point of you watching these videos. But if you did fall asleep, good job. Sweet dreams. And if not, watch another video. Maybe that one will bore you to sleep.